K-drama Haven family. Today, we are diving into a story that has left the internet flooded with tears, laughter, and emotions so raw that fans say they'll remember it forever. Because when we talk about milestones, we often think of birthdays, awards, or career highlights. But sometimes, the most powerful milestones are the ones that happen quietly, in the middle of an ordinary night, when the cameras aren't rolling, and when the heart suddenly realizes, life has changed forever. And that is exactly what happened to Long and Yang Mei. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update in the world of your favorite celebrities. Because just recently, Long revealed his baby's first words. And family, let me tell you, the way he told the story, the way he cried through every sentence, and the way Yang Mei looked at him with pride, it wasn't just sweet. It was history. It was legacy. And it left an entire fandom in absolute tears. The night that started it all. It wasn't a big press conference. It wasn't a glossy magazine reveal. No. The story began on a quiet live stream. Long and Yang Mei had decided to go live to connect with fans, answer some lighthearted questions, and share a glimpse of their daily lives as new parents. The atmosphere was cheerful. Long was in a simple black sweater, hair a little messy, the kind of look that fans adore because it makes him seem real, relatable. Yang Mei sat beside him, radiant as always, glowing with that warmth of a mother whose heart is full. Fans typed furiously in the comments. Show us the baby. How's parenting life? You two are the cutest parents ever. It was laughter, jokes, soft smiles. Until one fan wrote a simple question that shifted the entire mood. Appa, has your baby spoken yet? The pause that broke the silence. When Long saw that question, his expression changed. The laughter softened. His smile turned tender. And suddenly, the air shifted. Everyone watching could sense that something profound was about to happen. Yang Mei covered her mouth with her hand, her eyes already glistening, as if she knew exactly where this was going. Long looked at her, then looked at the camera. And in a voice that cracked with emotion, he whispered, Yes, our baby has spoken. And the first word they said, I will never forget. The live stream chat exploded. Fans typed frantically, Mama? Papa? Tell us, tell us. Thousands of hearts and crying emojis flooded the screen as everyone leaned closer to their phones, desperate for the answer. The word that changed everything. Long's hands trembled slightly as he adjusted the mic. His lips quivered with a smile he could barely contain. And then, he spoke the word that broke the internet. The first word my baby said was Baba. For a moment, there was silence. And then, the live stream erupted. Comments shot across the screen faster than the eye could follow. Baba? OMG. He must be so proud. I'm crying. Why am I crying? And Long himself? He couldn't hold it back anymore. The father who cried harder than his baby. His voice shook. His eyes filled with tears. When I heard my child call me Baba, it felt like the entire world stopped moving. That one word, it carried more meaning than anything I've ever achieved in my life. He paused, wiping his face, but the tears kept coming. I've stood on red carpets. I've won awards. I've had fans cheer my name louder than I could hear myself think. But nothing will ever compare to the sound of my baby calling me Baba. Yang Mei, sitting beside him, reached out and squeezed his hand. She whispered with a laugh through her own tears. He cried more than the baby that night. The fans in the live stream laughed and cried at the same time, typing comments like, He's the softest father ever. This family is perfection. The internet meltdown. Within minutes, clips of the live stream spread everywhere. On TikTok, videos of Long whispering Baba hit millions of views within hours. On Weibo, the hashtag #YouLongBaby first word trended at #1 for nearly 48 hours straight. On YouTube, fan edits paired the moment with emotional music, replaying his tears over and over. Fans around the world were united in one feeling, that this wasn't just a baby story. It was a love story. a story of a man who had transformed before their very eyes. The legacy of one word. But for Yulong, it went deeper. He explained why that simple word, just 2 syllables, meant so much more than the world could ever understand. For me, Baba is not just father. It is responsibility. It means I am no longer living for myself, but for someone else. It means that everything I do, every decision, every sacrifice is for them. He paused, his voice low but steady. That one word changed me. It made me realize that being a father is not about perfection. It's about presence. And I promise, I will always be there. The live stream chat was drowning in crying emojis. Fans wrote messages like, "He just gave the most beautiful definition of fatherhood." I'm sobbing. This is too pure. This is why we love him, not just as an actor, but as a man. Yang Mei Mei's side of the story. Yang Mei Mei then leaned in, her voice gentle, her eyes filled with admiration for her husband. When our baby said Baba, I looked at him and thought, this is the man I chose. The man who would become the most loving father. And I was right. In that moment, I wasn't just proud of our child, I was proud of him. Her words melted hearts everywhere. Because fans could see it, the unshakable bond not just between father and child, but between husband and wife. This wasn't just parenting. This was love, legacy, and partnership in its purest form. The world reacts. Across the globe, fans shared their reactions. Some posted videos of themselves crying, whispering Baba into their phones. Others shared their own memories of their children's first words, creating a wave of emotional storytelling that connected strangers across continents. And one fan summed it up perfectly. This isn't just about Yulong's baby. This is about what it means to love, to grow, and to carry legacy into the future. We're not just watching a celebrity. We're watching history. The anticipation. From the moment news broke that Yulong and Yang Mei Mei had welcomed their baby, fans around the world celebrated. We saw the smiles. We saw the family moments. We even saw Yulong's emotional reveal of his baby's first word, Baba. But through all of it, there was one question everyone was asking, over and over again. What is the baby's name? Because in Chinese tradition, in many Asian cultures, a name isn't just a sound. It's not chosen at random. It's not picked just because it's trendy. A name carries hope. A name carries legacy. A name is a wish, a promise, that parents give to their child as the very first gift of life. So when Yulong and Yang Mei Mei remained silent for months, fans grew restless, desperate to know. And then, finally, during an exclusive family interview, they revealed it. The moment of reveal. The setting was intimate. No flashy red carpet. No screaming crowd. Just a softly lit room, the couple seated side by side, holding hands. On the table in front of them, a small framed photo of their baby's tiny hand clutching Yulong's finger. The interviewer leaned forward, voice gentle but full of anticipation. You've shared so many beautiful stories as new parents. But there's one question the world has been waiting for. Would you share your baby's name with us today? Yang Mei Mei smiled shyly. Yulong nodded slowly, his eyes already shimmering with emotion. And then, together, with voices trembling with pride, they spoke. Our baby's name is Yu Anyuran. The room falls silent. At first there was silence. The interviewer froze, stunned by the beauty of the name. And then, slowly, the meaning began to unfold. Yu-un, 2 simple characters, but a world of love behind them. The meaning of Yu and Yuran. Yulong explained first. His voice cracked as he spoke. The first character, Yu, means rain. Rain nourishes the earth. Rain gives life. Without rain, nothing can grow. For us, it symbolizes blessing, the gentle gift from heaven that sustains everything. He paused, tears welling in his eyes as he continued. The second character, an An, means peace, safety, and serenity. For us, it is the wish that our child will always live a life filled with safety, calmness, and peace. No matter how chaotic the world becomes, We want them to always feel at home in love, in safety, in peace. Yang Mei Mei added softly, her hands folded over her heart. Together, UN means peaceful rain. For us, it means our child is the gentle rain that brings peace not just to our lives, but to everyone they touch. The interviewer wiped away tears. And fans watching the broadcast online? They lost control. Fans' emotional reactions. Within minutes, hashtags like #Yuan, #PeacefulRain, and #YulongBabyName trended globally. Fans wrote comments like, "I've never cried over a baby name before, but this one broke me." They didn't just give their child a name, they gave them a destiny. Peaceful rain, this is poetry. This is love. This is legacy. Others pointed out that the name carried the family surname, Yu, making it not only meaningful but deeply personal, an eternal bond between parent and child. Yu Long's emotional reflection. But perhaps the most powerful part of the reveal came when Yu Long looked directly into the camera and spoke from his heart. "I know our child will grow up in a world that can be difficult, a world that is sometimes harsh. But with this name, I want them to always remember, they are our blessing. They are our rain. They carry peace in their very identity. And no matter where life takes them, they will always be loved." At that moment, tears streamed down his face. Yang Mei Mei reached over, wiping them gently, her own eyes shimmering. "Every time I say our baby's name," she whispered, "I feel calm. I feel hope. I feel like the world is just a little softer." Why the world connected so deeply. K-drama Haven family, think about this for a moment. We live in a world where celebrity babies often become headlines for fashion, for wealth, for glamour. But here, Yu Long and Yang Mei Mei gave their child a name not rooted in fame, but in meaning. A name that carries generations of love. A name that promises peace. A name that reminds us of something we often forget, that the simplest blessings, like rain, are the most powerful. And that is why the world connected so deeply. Because in that moment, we weren't just fans watching a celebrity family. We were human beings, reminded of the beauty of love, family, and legacy. The legacy continues. Since the reveal, fans have already started calling the baby by their name, flooding social media with messages like, "Welcome to the world. You and may your life be as peaceful as your name. Yuan, you already have millions of aunties and uncles who love you." And some even wrote, "Yuthan is not just their baby, they've become everyone's baby." K-drama Haven family, let's pause here. Because sometimes the smallest things carry the biggest weight. 2 tiny syllables, Baba. And yet, in that sound lived pride, tears, love, and legacy. For Yu Long and Yang Mei Mei, this moment wasn't just about hearing their child's voice. It was about hearing the sound of family, the sound of the future, the sound of a love story continuing into the next generation. So now, the world waits for the next milestone. Will the next word be mama? Will it be something funny? Or will it be something that makes this story even more beautiful? One thing is certain. Yu Long and Yang Mei Mei's journey as parents has already given us some of the most emotional, unforgettable moments in recent memory. And truly, K-drama Haven family, the legacy continues. Question for you. Do you think it's more emotional that the baby said Baba first, or are you waiting for the day the little one says Mama and makes Yang Mei Mei cry too?